Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Game paused. Game resumed. Not enough.
SCV ready. I'm going.
Not enough minerals.
Big job. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals.
Yep. up.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Ah! You scared me! SCV ready. Huh? Back. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready. We hear you. It's your dime. What's going on?
Command center upgrade complete.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Yep. Gateway.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Done. Let's do this. Here comes the pain. SCV ready. All right. Fair enough. Nothing I can... This better be good. SCV ready.
Game paused. Game resumed.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Insufficient
What's up?
Vespine gas. Not enough energy.
SCV ready. Go ahead. I can't build here. Armed and ready. Got something for me to kill. Huh? We hear you.
Additional supply depots.
Ghost reporting.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Add-on complete.
That's all? Ready to raise some hell. In the rear. Ready to raise some hell. Ready to raise some hell. Smoking all day long. Ready to raise some
Ghost reporting.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
You scared
Ready
me.
for dust off. I heard that.
You sure about that?
Where's the emergency?
Ready to raise some hell. Talk to me. Daylight's burning.
Picking up or dropping off?
I'm waiting on you.
Ghost reporting.
Life flight's here.
Light it up. Ready to raise some hell. I'm going in.
Waiting on you.
What's going on?
Talk.
Where's the hot action? Sounds sweet. lights burn.
Now what?
Out with it. Yeah, give me the sip. Come again.
Ready to raise some hell.
Will do. Solo operative. You should go. Out with it. Come again. You sure about give me this? Ghost reporting. Out with it. Sure about that? Go. Solo operative. Come again. Out with it. Sounds
Ready to
like
raise some hell.
Solo operative. You sure about? Give me this.
Add-on complete.
Confirmed. Coming. Out with it. Give me the sit rep. You sure about that? Solo operative. Go. Out with it. Go.
Ready to raise some hell.
Come again. Go. Come again. Out with it. Okay. You sure about? No.
Life flights here.
Give me the sit rep. Come again. So, you sure about the? Give me the sit rep. Solo operative, right? Go. You sure about that?
Ready to raise some hell.
What's up, folks? Just had a TVZ against Kevin and won it pretty handily with the Hellion Ghost build that I've been liking recently. So he quit, and now we're here with a PvT Clown Fiesta between the Pink Protoss, Timbo Slice, and the guy whose name I already said, it is the Red Terran, Kevin Lee. So, I'm gonna be on the new maps. This one is called Ancient Cistern. Also going to be on the new changes, which aren't live yet, but I guess this could be good practice to find out what things do. I don't think it really affects this matchup too much. I think the notable changes are Ravens are a little bit cheaper and quicker to build. Shield battery's a little weaker. Carriers, if we ever get there, are a little bit easier to deal with because they are automatically targeted. But other than that, I don't think there will be too much different from the normal PVT currently. Of course, we have to mention again, these guys are playing off race. They're both Zerg players, so they don't really know what they're doing. Kevin, going to start things off with the Reaper. Both players going for that low ground little structure setup thing. Kevin delaying his orbital quite significantly. He's going to opt for the quick second CC before he starts that up. Reaper on its way across the map. Was a little bit delayed there, but I think either way the Stalker will be out in time. Although the pylon here out in the middle of nowhere, not sure what is the motivation behind that. Reaper's gonna jump in, Stalker gonna pop out. So this Reaper might get one probe. Yes, it does. Can it escape with its life? That'll be quite worth. And oh! Stalker does get that final shot off, so good trade for the Protoss. Losing only one probe and snagging that Reaper. Both players expanding, as I mentioned before. Stargate on the way for Timbo Slizzle. Which is interesting, because we don't see this all too often from Timbo. He usually just goes for like a mass stalker, robo facility kind of build. He is getting that robo now, but does have that Stargate completing on up right now. Is it going to be an Oracle or something else? Yep, Oracle. That is usually the case. And Kevin, he's researching Stim, very early Stim. Going to be getting out Widow Mines? Interesting. Not sure why he got that tech lab, though. Maybe he wants to get some upgrade from here later on. But currently, that tech lab, a little bit pointless. Kevin also getting a starport with a reactor, so double medevacs perhaps, or might we see Liberators? Liberators did get a little bit cheaper, I think. And I think they cost a little bit less supply. I don't know if that's a good choice, though. Here comes the Oracle, and there's not too much anti-air here for Kevin, so this might be pretty big. Let's see if Timbo wants to move in here. Widow Mines at the front of the base, not really going to help in the defense here. But Kevin does have the armory, so that means these bad boys going to remain permanently cloaked as long as they're underground. Here comes the Oracle flying into the natural, going to activate its pulsar beam. I think that's what it's called. Gets one SCV, two SCVs, 3, 4. This is pretty significant already. I think he could have gotten another 1 or 2, but nice to just back on out of there, preserving all of its HP. That's a wise choice as well. And Kevin gonna need to keep that in mind now. Here comes the Observer. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, so it's easier to spot, which it looks like Kevin is seeing right now with his Marine movement. but not going to drop the scan. Don't know if he would even be able to catch it if he were to drop it. But now with the Viking popping out, does drop the scan and is going to pick off that observer. Nicely done by Kevin, who's floating a lot of money, by the way. Focusing a lot on the defenses just now. Timbo Slice over on his side of the map getting a Twilight Council, researching that Zealot charge upgrade. And curious to note that he hasn't gotten any additional Stargate units. It's only been this one singular Oracle. Now he's going to shift on back to the ground composition. In come two Vikings. Not sure what this is all about. Timbo going to have more than enough Stalkers to deal with this. These Vikings kind of just sacrificing themselves. This Observer just chilling here in the front of the base. Not going to be moving, which reduces its chances of being seen, but if Kevin's paying attention, he can spot that little blur there, as we see Kevin's camera. He's not watching, however. So this observer going to get full information right now. Oracle going to come back in, going to get another few SCVs killed. It had 4 before, now it has 8. No mathematician, but I think that's an extra 4 kills. Make that 6. Rallies up to 11 kills. It's actually been 7. And going to escape once again with its life, but very low HP right now. Gonna be some time before those shields regenerate, but still alive, this Oracle, so can potentially see it come back in later on. Both players going for a third base. Timbo getting this line formation, as you see by this green movement, whereas Kevin going for the triangle. As once again, you see the screen moving in a triangular shape. Timbo gonna be leading in workers by 11, but keep in mind Kevin has mules, so it's not as big of a difference as one might initially believe. Looks like just gonna be mostly stalkers here for Timbo once again. Timbo does love his stalkers. Kevin Lee gonna be going for a Marine Marauder type of composition. Drops a scan to pick off that observer once again. And Kevin has ceased all Widowmine production for now, it looks like. So not really gonna have that splash damage, that all-important splash damage. Here's a Viking just flying around, looking for that Oracle, which is over here, chilling in the corner. Medevacs being produced 2 at a time, 1-1 upgrades on the way for Kevin for his bio units. Timbo already has +1, going to be getting 2-1 now. Pretty cool little city setup here, I like that a lot. These cannons and shield batteries behind a wall of gateways. One thing kind of bothering my OCD is maybe have another gateway here to plug up that hole, but Ling run by is not a thing in this matchup, so I guess that's not important. Looks like Timbo gonna be moving out with his Zealot Stalker army. He did also get a Templar Archives, gonna be researching the Storm upgrade. Blink a little bit delayed here. That's gonna affect his retreat opportunities if he so needs to, but in he goes into the third base, gonna chop up 10 SCVs right off the bat, gonna dive on top of that command center, pick it off. Kevin, we're gonna chase. Timbo sacrificing his zealots there so his stalkers can escape. Scan goes down to pick off one of the 2 observers. The other one still alive here. And yet another observer over here in the front. So Timbo pretty much only using this robo facility for observers. Because there are no immortals and no advanced tech such as Colossus, Disruptors. So Kevin, fresh off losing that third base, going to be rebuilding that third base. Does have a substantial army lead right now. So let's see all these Marines and Marauders. 107, 109 army supply to 85, and it just keeps steadily increasing. Timbo gonna need some splash damage. He did research Storm, and we do have, what is this, 6 High Templars in the mix right now. That is going to be very helpful in this upcoming battle. Timbo with a lot of money. Going to need to warp some stuff in. It's going to be 13 Zealots. Could use a little bit more, but I think the Storms are going to be the big factor here. Timbo going for maybe a flank. Not quite a surround, but coming in from the back. Maybe a surprising angle here for Kevin as he tries to kite forward, actually, into Timbo's base. Let me picking up in a couple of these medevacs, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing some feedbacks to drain those energy, but the Storms are good. Peppering up a lot of these Marines. Down they all go. Kevin's supply absolutely plummeting down to 74 right now. Timbo not too hot himself at 87, but he does have a lot of money. He does have this 4th base up and running. Kevin's still trying to reestablish this 3rd as the main. Starting to run dry into natural, not too far behind as well. Timbo sitting pretty right now. Going to be warping in a few more High Templars. Are those going to be more Storms, or no? It is Archons. Archons also an excellent option. I think a scan went down there to take out yet another observer. A lot of observers have been killed so far. 3 observers. Alright, that's not as much as I was expecting. I thought it was like 5 or something. But here come a couple cheeky Widow Mines. Well, luckily for Timbo, this base hasn't really been fully established yet. Only getting 3 probes there. And now these cannons finishing up, going to provide vision to take out these Widow Mines. Good attempt, but not a very worth it attack there. Another observer poking in to see what it can see. Kevin in a spot of trouble right now. He isn't really modifying his unit composition. Just Marines, Marauders, no splash damage. And that is going to be a major problem in the next fight, which will potentially and most likely end the game in favor of Timbo's Slice. Oracle popping in once again, activating its beam. Going to get yet another few SCVs. This might be its final attempt as the Marine's going to take it out, but that was a good Oracle. 6 additional kills. I think that brings it up to 17 or so SCV kills. Not too shabby at all. Timbo now 168 supply. Not that much higher than Kevin, actually. He was sitting at 140. But the army just looks way scarier for Timbo, who has Archons in the mix. He's got a lot of high energy Templars, and I do not see a way for Kevin to survive this upcoming fight. Timbo with full vision thanks to this observer. He's going to be choosing his angle of attack very carefully, setting up a surround, but not really hitting at the same time. It doesn't matter. The Storms are too good. Zealot's going to charge and chop up the Thors, and all that's left are the medevacs. GG gets called. Timbo's Slice going to take 3-1. What's up, folks? We're back with game number 2 between this man here, the pink Protoss Timbo Slice, and his opponent in the red. With the Terran pieces, it is Kevin Lee. So, big problem I have been noticing in Kevin's games is the lack of splash damage. You really do need Widow Mines, tanks, ghosts, something like that to help deal with the ball of Protoss units that we usually see. A Marine Marauder, as good as it is, can only take you so far when your opponent has Storms or Colossus or Disruptors. It gets really dicey. I hope Kevin mixes that in game number 2, which is going to be contested on yet another new map called Babylon. Pretty cool looking map. I like this little colorful greenery here. Not really too much else to know. I think these are collapsible rocks, so if you break them, then they block the ramp or something? Not too sure. And then some destructible rocks around the map as well. No watchtowers, no gold bases, no high yield gases. Just gonna be a regular PvT here as both players once again building on the low ground. Cybernetics core finishing up. Timbo already expanding. Kevin a little bit late on that. No Reaper was made. No barracks units at all, in fact. So Kevin gonna go straight for the factory. And Timbo, of course, being very careful, getting that defensive stalker. A second gateway in the main base, so not gonna be seeing any additional tech just yet. Here comes Kevin's expansion now. Going for the reactor on the factory. Is that going to be for double Widow Mines or double Hellions? I don't think Hellions are that great in this matchup, so I hope for his sake it is Widow Mines. And here we see Timbo going for his tried and true robo facility. Most likely going to be an observer coming out of there. And just more gateways as he tries to saturate his expansion. And it is in fact going to be Hellions for Kevin. And a Viking out of a starport. Warp gate finishing up. Adept still being produced out of the gateway, so we're going to delay that morph just a little bit. A couple more adepts being warped in. Timbo going to go for some kind of adept timing. Hellions actually decent against adepts. They are actually good against each other as they both do bonus damage versus light. Now after that initial Viking, Kevin gonna be making a tech lab on that starport. Researching Cloak, but getting a Raven. The Raven does produce a little bit faster. Starts with a little bit more energy. These Hellions and Adepts gonna run into each other in the middle of the map. Hellions gonna get the first shot off. So they're most likely gonna win this fight. Timbo tries to shade away, but only one Adept can get away. And a landed Viking, causing havoc in the main base of Timbo. Stalker and Adept is going to clean that up. Hellion just rolling on into the natural. Another 2 probes there. Timbo Slice taking a lot of damage so far, but Kevin slacking on the macro there, loading 1200 minerals. Raven is out. We do see it starts with 75 energy. The cost of a missile turret, or rather what's it called, auto turret, was increased to 75 as well. So it is still going to be able to drop a missile turret right away. Looks like that's what Kevin's eyeing to do. Timbo going to be moving out with his Stalker Adept army. So nothing going to be back at home to defend against this auto turret harassment. What's Timbo's move? He's going to walk all the way back. I don't like that call there. He's already at the front of Kevin's base. This is so much lost mining time at both bases. And this is absolutely free for Kevin. All it costs is a little bit of energy that's going to regenerate anyways. Timbo walking all the way back. Those missile turrets have... Sorry, auto turrets have expired already, so... what are you doing here anyways? I'd rather seen a counterattack. It might have had the potential to do some damage. But we will never know. Raven retreating back up to the upper right hand corner to regenerate some energy. And Kevin switching into double siege tank production, so he's pretty good defensively. Timbo getting the third base, so that's gonna help him. As he is down 13 workers so far, but no third base in sight yet for Kevin. Scan going down to take out that observer. Kevin's been pretty good at sniping those observers. No combat shields or stim for these Marines. So it looks like Kevin is going for a mech army. Tanks and Banshees? And 1 Liberator. Raven comes in once again, drops a missile turret. Only gets 2 probe kills, but the Raven's still alive. Kevin also making his own third base back at home. This time, Timbo going for the robotics bay. But no Colossus or Disruptors in sight just yet. Third base is up. We need to start saturating that base. And 2 more robotics facilities finishing up here for Timbo. That's a lot of robotics facilities. It's making 2 Disruptors, not utilizing that third robo. 1 observer just chilling here back at home. Here comes the Banshee, which does have cloak, but the observer should be able to help with that. Stalker's not quite in position as they blink to take out that Raven. Let's see if this Banshee can get any work done. 2 kills so far. Should be able to get a couple more. Activates cloak, but the observer is there. Takes out a sentry, which is nice. And gonna get 2 more before it goes down. 5 probes killed in that little exchange there, but worker count actually very even. Kevin has been focusing a lot on that micro there, floating 3,000 minerals. Look at all these tanks. You can see Kevin try this a few days or weeks ago, and it didn't go that well for him. Let's see if this time goes a little bit better. Timbo researching charge. That is almost done, but no zealots on the map just yet. More disruptors in production and another observer. And Kevin researching Yamato cannon for his battle cruisers, which are in production, 2 of them so far. Battle cruiser tanks. Perhaps the unit composition for Kevin needs to saturate these gases because this is a very gas heavy unit composition for Kevin. Another observer coming on in. And this is going to be Timbo's first view of these battle cruisers, as well as a hallucinated Phoenix into the main base just to see everything going on there. Kevin going to be the first to drop down a 4th and a 5th and a 6th at the same time. Very ambitious there from Kevin. And Timbo, no signs of wanting to expand again just yet. Timbo going to be trailing quite significantly on supply. 116 to the 135 of Kevin. Now warping in a few extra stalkers. This observer still seeing everything that's going on in the Terran base. Now finally does Timbo drop that 4th. Kevin going for so many bases right now. And Timbo, of course, has no idea just yet. He does see this location. Timbo looks like he wants to go for an attack, but that's a lot of tanks. Kevin at the same time flying in with 4 battle cruisers, and these disruptors wandering a little too close to lose. I think 3 or 4 of them taking out a couple of tanks as well. 5 disruptors going down actually. Battle cruisers. They're gonna take out this base, no recall from Timbo, and they just teleport away. Slow warping on the stalkers, not gonna make it in time. Timbo's just kind of sitting here in the middle of the map, not doing anything. Tries to send in a few disruptor shots once again, completely missing all of them onto that low HP tank. Which Kevin is going to be repairing up now. Timbo trying to reestablish that base, but luckily he has this new 4th base. And transfer those probes to Kevin with all those new bases established, but not really doing anything just yet. As he continues his battle cruiser production, the count up to 5 right now. 7 siege tanks in the Terran army. Disruptors wandering 4th once again. Gonna take out that tank finally. Scans going down from Kevin just to see what Timbo's up to. Doesn't really spot much of an army because it is out in the middle of the map. Not sure what it's doing. Not sure why he didn't go for this base. He did spot it early on. Sends another couple disruptors into die, but gets 6 SCVs for his troubles. Don't think that was really worth it. Timbo, it seems like he's not sure what to do with his army. He's just been moving it around aimlessly. He's gonna go home, warping more stalkers. Timbo loves his stalkers. Kevin continuing the battlecruiser production up to 8 currently. And Timbo needs a better counter for those. He does see them. Should be going Stargate for some Void Rays or Tempest right now. Stalker's not really going to cut it, especially not with all these tanks on the ground. And Timbo once again moving out on the map. Looks like he wants to go for an attack on one of these bases. So many Snoggers here, that's going to take out this planetary fortress right away. All these SCVs perhaps giving away the location of this other base to the south. Kevin not really responding. Just going to take that loss. And Timbo, he saw those SCVs moving, but didn't go for this base. Just gonna settle for that one kill there. And ooh, both armies kind of passing each other in the night. This is gonna go well for Timbo as he catches 2 battle cruisers out in the open, forcing them to teleport. And that means they're not really gonna be in play for the next minute or two. Try to fly in once again to defend with the siege tanks on the ground. Timbo doesn't really want to commit to that, but 2 very good pickoffs there from Timbo in the last couple minutes. Kevin just focusing on battle cruisers right now. Timbo, still no idea about this 12 o'clock and 7 o'clock positions. That's gonna help Kevin quite a lot. Timbo also getting his 5th base. Both players floating a lot of money. Neither player maxed out just yet, but they have more than enough money to do so as soon as they work on their macro a little bit. Timbo only sitting at 1-1 upgrades. He is finally getting Stargates and Fleet Beacon. Maybe recognizing that Stalkers alone are not gonna cut it. He's moving out once again. Gonna see if he can perhaps get another base or 2. Kevin gonna be flying his main base now. Well, it's not completely mined out. Still about 200 minerals here he could get. Not sure what this was for. Timbo gonna be taking out both of these bases. Another good pickoff there from Timbo. I favored the army of Kevin in a straight up fight, but it has been a very solid past 5 or so minutes for Timbo with his Stalker army here. Battle cruisers flying around looking for some damage, but they might get caught once again by these Stalkers. And yes, Timbo catches them. 1 battle cruiser going down, forcing the teleport once again. Kevin's got to be very frustrated about that. Not able to find any counter damage done. Timbo has been untouched for quite a while now. Stargates are up, but perhaps he does not need them. They'll start up 2 Tempests, which do bonus damage against massive units such as the battle cruiser. And Timbo, once again, looking for another base kill. Not sure if you want to take this fight. There are tanks on the ground, but only 1 is in range. Half of these Stalkers not fighting, actually. These battle cruisers are very well upgraded. They have 2-2 compared to the 1-1 of the Stalkers. But like, Kevin just barely gonna win this fight, losing a lot of battle cruisers. However, the Liberators also gonna be trying to do some damage to the other side of the map. Tempest is here to defend. It's gonna take some time for it to take those out. Liberators morph back into their anti-air mode, but they just tickle the Tempest. Looks like we might be shifting into a fully sky battle here. 4 Tempests at a time for Timbo. Kevin just continuing the battlecruiser production. Another starport on the way to add to that production. These hidden bases of Kevin have been paying dividends as he's been collecting so much extra gas from them. And these two 4th and 5th bases also getting established now. Timbo still going for stalkers. Maybe we can get another base or two. And Kevin has just been content, kind of sitting back playing a single player campaign for a few months. He did try to go for an attack, but did get caught both times. That planetary does go down. 11 SCVs going down as well. Siege tanks sieging up. That's pretty significant. Timbo is going to snipe that base, and oh, nice. Disruptor Nova is taking out the tanks on the ground there. 2 bases going down yet again. And despite his economy, Kevin just doesn't really have an answer. Siege tanks are so immobile. When they are set up, they do a pretty good job at fending off the ground army of Timbo Slice. The Disruptor Novas don't quite reach. And Kevin just quietly massing up his battlecruiser army. Stalker's going to clean up these remaining buildings here. Kevin, with his maxed out mech army, 3-3-3 on all of those. Only 2-2 on the ground for Timbo. He is working on the +1 for his air, but does have some catching up to do in the upgrade department. Kevin still with the bases in the bottom left of the map. But Timbo has been doing a really good job cleaning up these bases. Scan going down, finally taking out that observer. It was there for a while. See so many battle cruisers. And soon I think Kevin needs to start backing some tanks to get more battle cruisers. If that is indeed what he wants to do. Tanks are not going to be too useful in the end game as Timbo gets more and more air units. Another big blink to take out one more planetary fortress there. Battlecruisers coming in to defend. Timbo does have a big fleet of Tempests. And they just delete battlecruisers so quickly. The autocannon helping out a lot, however. Nice kiting there from Timbo. Pretty fair trade for both sides. It's Timbo with a huge bank. Gonna need to make more stuff here. And the only thing in the production tab is going to be a Nexus, air upgrades, and 3 more gateways. Needs to utilize those Stargates he has, get more Tempests. Still with this one base in the bottom left-hand corner. Kevin reestablishing this northernmost base once again. 5 battle cruisers in production at a time to add to his 15 already on the map. Timbo with 10 Tempests. It's not going to be quite enough, and he's still not producing any, which is a little worrying. Does snag a battle cruiser there for free. A little bit slow to react, but he is going to bring his battle cruisers back. Does have Yamato cannon. It's going to take out a few Tempests there. Only 5 more remaining here for Timbo. Not a lot of stalkers on the ground. This is not a good fight for Timbo Slice. Only 2 Tempests remaining. They are going to get one last battle cruiser before they are all taken out. Might get one more. No. Down go all the Tempests for Timbo. Now he starts Tempest production once again. He's been focusing heavily on stalkers, and that's a lot of stalkers. That should be enough to take out the rest of these battle cruisers. Kevin overstaying his welcome, losing a few more battle cruisers than he really should have. Let's see another blink, yes. Snag yet another one. No teleport out of the way here for Kevin. He's gonna lose 2 more battle cruisers here. Very sloppy here for the Terran player. 3 battle cruisers going down. Only now teleporting out with 2 battle cruisers. Kevin has sustained heavy losses there. Looks like Timbo should be in prime position to steal this game away. I thought it looked very dicey for him with all those battle cruisers. But Stalkers, that's all Timbo needs. We do have 4 Tempest in the middle of the map, 4 more in production. And Kevin perhaps going for a last-ditch all-in effort. Moving all his tanks. And Timbo completely unaware, so let's see if Kevin can find the damage he is looking for. Sieging up all his tanks here. Timbo going for an attack of his own. All the way on the other side of the map. What is he going to do? Does he want to recall? Does he just want to go for a base trade? Looks like he's going to walk back slowly. And then unsieging once again, only to siege up a couple inches forward. More Yamato cannons going down on the Tempest, but there's not enough battle cruisers, it looks like. Tank support on the ground is going to be very tricky for Timbo to deal with. That might be Kevin's saving grace here, baiting the battle cruisers forward a little bit. Oh, the rallying battle cruisers, no, losing those for free, that's a big mistake. It's so difficult for Timbo to engage in all these tanks. There's not much so here. He cannot walk in. Timbo's supply plummeting. He has 6,000 minerals, but he doesn't know what to do. All the Tempest going down. Timbo dropping to 74 supply. I think all he needs is a huge round of Zealots, but Timbo doesn't know what to do. Nothing in the production tab. Is Kevin really gonna pull this off? Timbo still not producing anything. Can't believe it. He lost his cybernetic score. Can't even build his favorite unit, the Stalker. 4 carriers in production, but I don't think that's the answer. All he needs is a huge round of Zealots. They'll take out everything on the ground, and then you can slowly deal with the battle cruisers. Timbo, not aware of how the Protoss race works, perhaps. And you lose 2 Stargates here. And here are the Zealots, but is it too late? They charge in, they're going to take out a bunch of tanks. Is that going to be enough? We need another round of Zealots. But no, he's going to opt for the Stalkers once again. I don't think that's the right call. Kevin late on the siege though, and that might give Timbo a chance. Can't tell what's going on under here, but all the Stalkers do go down. 1 siege tank remaining, 4 battle cruisers remaining. We do have 2 carriers, we got 1 as the battle cruisers snipe that out of the sky. Timbo warping in more Stalkers once again, the other carrier going down. Having forced to retreat. 3 battle cruisers remaining. Kevin with 3,900 minerals. But down to 83 supply. Timbo losing several bases there. But he is continuing carrier production. This 3rd Stargate does need to be repowered. And somehow this game continues. These 3 battle cruisers hanging out in the middle of the map. Timbo has full vision of them.
Embrace the glory of
The Zealot's going to try to take out this base, but the repair is good. And Timbo should abandon this. So that's his just gonna lose all these zealots for free. Somehow Kevin still has Marines. They're gonna come help out. And Kevin needs to group up his battle cruisers. They are very vulnerable here. In groups of 3. And Timbo gonna be chrono boosting out more and more carriers. He does have the economy advantage with these extra bases in the corners. Zealot Warpin gonna deal with these unupgraded Marines. And Timbo gonna be taking a 50 supply lead. Kevin with 3,400 minerals in the bank, but not enough gas to really do anything. Another Zealot run by into this base in the bottom corner. This should be a little more successful as there are only 2 SCVs remaining for the repair. More Zealots joining in on the attack here. And this planetary fortress going to be going down finally. It is a very important base for Kevin. Tries to reestablish this 9 o'clock position as well. Forced to cancel that. We have 5? No, 6 battle cruisers and some Hellbats and some Marines for Kevin. I think he needs to find a way to just use up his money and go for a huge attack. The more time he gives Timbo, the better it is for the Protoss player, as he has these bases still mining. This poor Stargate. Never repowered, by the way. Another Zealot run by, going for this newly finished command center. That's gotta be so frustrating. I've been gonna try to get some damage here, and the Protoss army is quite out of position, so battle cruisers should be able to get a very big pickup here. Taking out one of only 2 mining bases here for Timbo. Lots of probes going down as well. Timbo also getting some damage done on the Terran side of the map. This poor Stargate still not being used. Lots of money in the bank once again, but Timbo not using it. He is going to be pulling back with everything, warping in 10 additional stalkers here. Is this gonna finally be the end for Kevin Lee? No, we do not get a fight as he teleports away once again. But the Zealots have been doing work. No mining bases left for Kevin. He is in deep trouble. 1595 minerals, and that is all he has now. Do have 2 SCVs somewhere. Oh, there's one. But mining gonna be non-existent here for Kevin. He has got to make magic happen with this army of his. No, it's possible. Maybe with some Yamato cannons and a dream. But it is going to be a very tall order here for the Terran player. It's Timbo Slice positioning himself to snag this game, perhaps. Doesn't really want to engage into this tight choke point. Does take out one Starport. Here comes the fight. Some Yamato cannons going down. Big blink in from Timbo. Looks like the Hellbat's gonna be enough to clean up the ground, and what? GG gets called. Kevin somehow wins the game. I thought he was dead.